Hi, I'm Swarupa Sail, course instructor for Geotechnical Engineering. In this presentation, we will go through some basic definitions and terminology of soils before going through rest of the index properties. Water content is already been defined in previous presentations, but here we will try to understand how the equation is written with the help of the phase diagram. We know that the soil is represented in terms of three phases, that is, it has got soil particles in it, there will be water and air which would be present in the voids of the soil sample. The total mass of the soil sample is represented by M, mass of air as Ma, mass of water as Mw, and mass of solid particles as Ms. Similarly, in terms of volume, the total volume of the soil sample is represented as V, volume of voids represented as Vv, volume of air as Va, and volume of water as Vw. And the volume of soil particles is represented as Vs. Water content is the ratio of water present to the mass of solid particles. So, W can be written as Mw by Ms, where Mw is mass of water, which is shown here in the phase diagram. So, Mw divided by Ms. Ms is nothing but mass of solid particles. So, ratio of Mw to Ms will give us the value of water content. And if we want to know its value in terms of weight, then water content W will be Ww divided by Ws into 100, where W of W represents weight of water and Ws is nothing but weight of solid particles. If we know the mass of solid particles, we will be able to find weight of solid particles because Ws will be equal to Ms into G, where G is acceleration due to gravity. The value of water content will be 0% for dry soil because in dry soil there won't be any water. And the value of water content can be greater than 100%. Next term is density, which is denoted by rho. We know that density is ratio of mass to volume. Here in this figure we can see a cube which is having length as 1 meter, width as 1 meter and height as 1 meter. So total volume will be LBH, which is equal to 1 into 1 into 1, which will be equal to 1 cubic meter. In 1 cubic meter of container, how much mass of soil can be accommodated will give us the value of density. So density is mass divided by volume. So rho can be written as total mass divided by total volume. This rho represents bulk density or moist density. Mass is represented as capital M and volume as V. So rho is equal to M divided by V. Unit of mass is kg and unit of volume is cubic meter. So unit of rho is kg per cubic meter, or if in terms of gram and centimeter, it will be gram per centimeter cube. So from the phase diagram, we can know that if we know the total mass of the soil sample and if we know how much is the total volume of the soil sample, we will be able to find density, which is equal to M divided by V. Next is dry density, which is represented as rho D. D represents dry. So dry density is equal to mass of solids divided by total volume. So in this figure, we know that M is total mass of the soil sample, whereas Md or Ms represents mass of solid particles. So rho d will be mass of solids divided by total volume, that is V, and its unit is kg per cubic meter or gram per cm cube. And here we have to pay attention that dry density is in terms of total volume. Next is density of solids, which is represented as rho S. Rho S is equal to mass of solids, that is Md, divided by volume of solids, that is Vs. So rho S is equal to Md by Vs. In previous equation we saw that dry density was in terms of volume, whereas density of solids, that is rho S, is in terms of Vs, that is volume of solids. Unit of dry density of solids is also kg per cubic meter or gram per cm cube. Next is submerged density, which is denoted by rho SUB. SUB stands for submerged. When the soil is submerged in water, we should know how much is its density. So submerged density is denoted by rho dash or rho SUB, which is equal to submerged mass of soil solids divided by its total volume. So rho submerged will be equal to submerged mass of soil solids divided by volume. And submerged density can also be found out if we know the saturated density of soil. So rho submerged will be equal to rho saturated minus rho W. Rho W is nothing but density of water, which will be known, and its value is 1000 kg per cubic meter or 1 gram per cm cube. And unit of submerged density is kg per cubic meter or gram per cm cube. In all previous slides, we have seen the value of density in terms of mass. And unit weight gamma is in terms of weight. So unit weight gamma is equal to weight divided by volume. The first term which we will see is bulk unit weight or moist unit weight, which is denoted by gamma. And gamma is total weight divided by total volume. So gamma is equal to W divided by V. In previous slides, we had seen the three-phase diagram in terms of mass. Here, the phase diagram is drawn in terms of weight, that is W. So W is total weight of the soil sample and V represents total volume of the soil sample. WA is weight of air, W is weight of water, WS is weight of solids. Similarly, VV stands for volume of voids, which will contain air and water. So VA represents volume of air, VW represents volume of water, and VS represents volume of solids. So with the help of phase diagram, we can see that the unit weight can be written as weight, that is W, divided by volume, that is V. And unit weight, that is gamma, is Newton per cubic meter or kilonewton per cubic meter. Next is dry unit weight, which is represented as gamma D. Gamma D is equal to weight of solids divided by total volume. So Ws represents weight of solids and V represents total volume. So gamma D is equal to Ws by V, and its unit is Newton per cubic meter or kilonewton per cubic meter. Next is unit weight of solids, which is represented as gamma S. Since it is for solids, so gamma S will be weight of solids divided by volume of solids. So gamma S is equal to weight of solids, that is Ws, divided by volume of solids, that is Vs. and its unit is Newton per cubic meter or kilonewton per cubic meter. Unit weight of soil solids, that is gamma S, is with reference to only volume of solids, which is Vs. We know that volume of solids Vs does not change in the soil mass, hence gamma S also remains constant because gamma S is equal to Ws divided by Vs. Vs does not change, hence gamma S also does not change. But whereas dry unit weight, that is gamma D, is with reference to the total original volume V. That means gamma D is equal to Ws by V. Volume may change because the total volume of the soil sample contains water and air. So with change in water and air content, the volume would change. Hence we say that gamma D is not a constant, whereas gamma S is a constant, which depends only on the volume of solids, that is Ts. Next is saturated unit weight, that is gamma saturated. Gamma saturated is the ratio of saturated weight of soil to volume. So W saturated divided by total volume of the soil sample will give us the value of saturated unit weight. Here again we can see that the three-phase diagram is being converted into two-phase diagram because all the voids present in the soil sample have been covered with water. There is no air content. Hence it is saturated weight. Next is submerged unit weight, denoted by gamma submerged, or also it is known as buoyant unit weight. Gamma dash is also used to represent submerged unit weight, and it is the ratio of submerged weight of soil solids to volume. So we write gamma submerged as Ws of submerged divided by V. So gamma S of submerged represents submerged weight of soil solids. And submerged unit weight can also be found out if we know the saturated unit weight. So gamma submerged will be equal to gamma saturated minus gamma W. For water, we can find out the value of gamma W if we know the value of density of water. We know the density of water as 1000 kg per meter cube into G is the acceleration due to gravity, which has the value as 9.81 meter per second square. So 1000 into 9.81 will give us 9810. Unit of density is kg per meter cube and unit of acceleration due to gravity is meter per second square. So kg per meter cube into meter per second square. We know that weight can be written as mass into acceleration due to gravity. Unit of mass is kg and unit of acceleration due to gravity is meter per second square. So 1 kg meter per second square is 1 Newton. So we will replace kg meter per second square by Newton. So we get final unit of unit weight as Newton per cubic meter because kg meter per second square is replaced by Newton. And this value of gamma W is in terms of Newton, and if you want the value of gamma W in terms of kilonewton, it will be 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. Hence, unit of submerged unit weight can be either in terms of Newton per cubic meter or kilonewton per cubic meter. Thank you.